All right. Good afternoon, Midlothian ISD. Welcome to this week's January 21st update. We have a lot to share with you today, so let's start our tradition of sharing some MISD proud moments for the week. We've been celebrating our school board this month, as January is School Board Appreciation Month, navigating to success. If you have a moment, please be sure and thank a board member. We have certainly enjoyed celebrating them, and I took some time on Tuesday evening to do so. We also had some handmade portraits by our kindergarten and first grade students across the district, and they really enjoyed seeing those. So thank you to all of our kinder and first grade friends for helping our board members feel special. We also had hometown Chief Executive Officer of Edge Global, entrepreneur and motivational coach Michael Newman spoke to our students at our Incubator EDU class at the Mile this past week. It was a great opportunity for our students to hear from Michael on presentation skills, selling their business pitch, and getting to know the audience getting the audience to trust them. So thank you, Mr. Newman, for joining us. Congratulations to the Mile Bistro as they received their official food establishment permit and will soon be ready to open for business. Today, they're holding a soft opening, trying to get ready for a grand opening celebration, curbside that is. So stay tuned as a community, and we will have more information as that begins to unfold. Congratulations to our Heritage High School varsity and JV girls soccer teams. They are your 2021 Frostbite Tournament champions that was held here in Midlothian last weekend. And just some basketball news. We have big games this week for MHS Panthers, girls and boys basketball teams. Both programs had big wins over Joshua on Tuesday night, and they are at home against Ennis tomorrow night. Both teams continue to fight for a first place position in district. Congratulations to the Heritage boys and girls basketball teams for their recent district victories, and the girls at Heritage are currently undefeated in district action. So congratulations to all of our basketball teams. And then additionally, congratulations to Heritage High School students Brent Penwarden and Cameron Potter for being selected to the All-State Band. Both earned first chair for their respective instruments. So congratulations, students. Now for a few agenda items. I want to share with you just some COVID-19 updates. Our average COVID active cases is remaining constant since returning from the winter break. On average, we're experiencing about 5 new cases a day. Yesterday, we had one campus above 1% on active cases, and our nurse tracker shows that parents are remaining vigilant and keeping students at home when they are symptomatic. Tuesday night, we held our monthly regular Board of Trustees meeting, and there are a few topics of interest that were discussed. We were able to celebrate and announce, like to announce with you today that our Board of Trustees named Dr. Kaylee McMullen as the new Midlothian High School principal. Dr. McMullen comes to us most recently from Burleson ISD. We actually had over 90 applicants for this position. We all know that MISD is the place to be, and we're honored to have such a strong pool of applicants for the MHS principal position. There were 2 official interview rounds, and we thank the staff and the parents that served in this selection process. We're currently working on a meet and greet opportunity for Dr. McMullen and for our parents in the coming weeks. So be watching for that, MHS parents, and she will begin full-time on March 1st. The board also passed the election order calling for the next school trustee election to be May 1st. We have 3 places that will be filled at that election. Candidates have until February 12th to sign up for a place on the ballot. You can keep up with who has filed for our school board election by visiting our website. It is kept up to date as candidates file their official paperwork. And the board also heard information only items concerning the school calendar for next year, which will be up for vote in February. The updates to school policies covered under TASB's Update 116, the legislative resolution of priorities for the 87th legislature, and the creation of the principal position for elementary number 8. Now, elementary number 8 is not slated to open until August of 22, but our practice is to bring new school principal leadership on board a year in advance, as they essentially become the project manager for hiring, developing vision, furniture, fixtures, and expenditures for the building. So the board is expected to act on these items at their next meeting. And with approval of that elementary 8 position, principal position, then we'd be able to work on hiring that this spring and into the summer. MISD demographer Brent Alexander of School District Strategies presented the third quarter 2020 report. I'm going to talk about that just a moment in a little bit more detail. Residential construction remains extremely active in all quadrants of the district. Additionally, the board announced that they will not fill the vacancy created by the loss of Mr. Carl Smith at this time, and the place will be filled at the next election in May. By board policy, Mr. Matt Sanders moved from vice president to president, and the board elected Mrs. Andrea Walton as vice president of the school board, and Mr. Bobby Soto remains secretary. So those are our board officers moving forward through the next election, which is in May. In the next week or two, the board will also interview two superintendent search firms, TASB Services and Walsh Gallegos, as the process to find the MISD superintendent proceeds. We are looking at getting this on the calendar for sometime next week, so be looking for additional information in that process. Once our board has the opportunity to interview the two firm finalists, they will select one firm to manage the superintendent search firm process. As soon as this interview meeting has been set, we will inform you of the date and time. This week's The More You Know features information about our current zoning committee process and our demographer growth report. So with elementary number 8 and the expansion to Heritage High School coming on board, it's time to begin looking at current attendance zones and preparing for the opening of these facilities as they are slated in August of 22. We plan to have these zones finalized later this spring in order to have time for all planning purposes. This committee is composed of about 55 people, and community members include those representing various neighborhoods in MISD, those that have been rezoned on more than one occasion, and those that may live closer to a campus than what they are actually zoned to attend. So far, they've met 3 times. Last night was their 3rd time. And last night, they actually heard from UIL Athletics, Fine Arts, and how those programs are impacted by zoning. So they will continue to meet as a committee every Wednesday, and will do so for the next couple of months or coming weeks for sure. And we look forward to their continued work, and we thank them for their dedication. It is a significant time commitment, and we appreciate their support. Just some facts that you might be interested in knowing about MISD in regards to future growth that was shared with us during our recent 3rd quarter 2020 demographer presentation. MISD boundary is 112 square miles. And to put that in perspective, Mansfield ISD is just over 94 square miles. Cedar Hill ISD is just 36 square miles. Red Oak ISD is 42 square miles. And Allen ISD up in Collin County is 32 square miles. So as you can see, our square mileage is very similar to Mansfield ISD, which has over 35,000 students. So with that being said, we have a lot of room left to grow in Midlothian ISD. Our school district boundary encompasses 7 different zip codes and municipalities, including Midlothian, Venus, Mansfield, Grand Prairie, Cedar Hill, Ovilla, and Waxahachie. We've had a population increase in our city of 5.5% since 2019, according to our demographer report, at currently about 47,500 residents. Additionally, in his report, we have about 5.5% more households in MISD than in 2019, and we're up 45% households since 2010. 86% of the households in MISD are owner occupied, and 14% are rented, according to the demographer report. Our median household income in Midlothian is almost $25,000 more than the median household income in Ellis County. So while we've had a slight COVID impact on enrollment, we have not had a COVID impact on housing. Our median resale home price in Midlothian, according to the 3rd quarter report, is $335,000. And the median new home price this quarter in Midlothian is $370,000. So as you can see, we have a lot going on in the housing in Midlothian. And if you want to see this full report, which is a great bit of information, you can go to our growth management portion of our website, and it will be posted there sometime this week. It's also posted on our zoning portion of the website, as they are using this information throughout that process. So we hope this segment of The More You Know provides you with more information on the growth and the future growth at MISD. And that is all we have for today. So thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you next week.